All right, friends, welcome back to our second video. This is really the season one, game one, off season, I should say, actually, before we even start draft. So just to kind of take a look around, we started with Pittsburgh. I think they were 4-12, not too good. Let's see if we moved up dynamics. I'm not even sure where to find that, but yeah, so we'll check into that in a little bit. Right now we have 4 coaching credits. Again, I'm also kind of helping and teaching how to not spend money. Although I know Rich Roll is amazing, and I've spent my fair share of money with them and bought coaching credits, but just kind of want to show you how to do it without coaching credits. So just kind of let's take a look around. The first step is to do the draft. If you look, you see the offense is 1.5 stars and the defense is point stars. So we certainly have room for growth here. So just to look at some of the players here, I'm going to go ahead and send my quarterback to a far team. My kicker, because I'm not going to ever use my kicker, and I just kind of need that space. So we're going to trade him probably for a third round there. Yep. So let's go ahead and trade him away. And that way too, and I'll kind of show you, this is the bare bones, 10 players, 150 salary cap down below. So typically I try and at least get, a quarterback, a running back, 2 receivers, a tight end. So that takes up 5 spots there. I do also like to have an O-line, and then the rest have defense players. So that's about 4 or so defense. So we'll see how it goes. Again, this is a little tough because I don't have too many coaching credits to play around with right now. So we'll see where we're at. So we're just going to go ahead and draft. And rookie draft. All right, here we go. 3 rounds. You'll receive 1 pick per round, so choose wisely. You'll need to scout the players in order to reveal more details about them. I'll show you. I don't really like to do that, but especially because that uses coaching credits. If you need to trade out existing players, you can do so via the roster screen. So that's a little bit of a glitch as well. So we're off here, round 1. So I'm gonna check to see, who's pretty good. I do like to have a nice little running back. Petco is 2.5 stars, but he's kind of maxed out there. So we're going to go ahead and trade him out and pick a running back. And we even get a second rounder in return, so that's fantastic there. So I first trade, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick, let's kind of see here, his Isaiah Pope's, his speed is maxed out, catching's pretty halfway decent. I do like to have a good catcher as well. And his speed is maxed out as well. So really not too much of a difference. Really the only difference I see is kind of that morale. Becker's a little lower, but let's go ahead and pull the trigger on Pope here for $14 million a year. We would love to draft him, and there we go. So we'll go ahead and go to round 2. I'm going to go ahead and stick with my quarterback here. I do usually like to have like a 3 or 4 star quarterback. His arm strength isn't the best, as you can see. Throw accuracy is pretty good. But we need to kind of fill our roster here with another pretty decent receiver, tight end as well. So I'm going to go with a 3-star receiver just in case he has a little bit room for growth. I would, to scout a player, I need 16 credits, which I do not have at this moment. So we're just going to go ahead and sign him and hope for the best. Hopefully he'll pull into like a 4 or 5-star guy here. So, and let me just kind of pull up a couple more things here. And so we're going to go ahead and sign this Jeremy Cornwell guy, and hopefully he can take us to the, lead. So let's just kind of take a look and see what we have here. His potential is 4.5 stars. So we kind of, gambled a little bit and took that risk. So here we go. I think we have another round 2 guy, and that's great. And I think I like to fill up my offense first because I'm a little bit more in control. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this tight end because we do need a tight end. And yeah, we'll see how that goes here. So Lippett is our new tight end, rookie tight end there. And he has a potential 4 stars, so his catching kind of goes up a little bit as you'll see. And I'll show you how to level those guys up as quick as possible without coaching credits. And so we're on to round 3. We have 2 picks here. So I do like to usually, we have our star guys on offense pretty well maxed out here. That's kind of what I like to do. And we have a little bit of space too for some defense guys too. But I do also like to have an O lineman who is kind of the top. We're kind of, get what we have here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this O lineman here and hope that it all goes well. We'll see how far, and he does kind of max out potential-wise at 4 stars. So that's, some growth there that we can do. So, so we have one more pick and not a whole lot of defensive guys. I think the defense are red guys there. So, but mostly just, the offensive players are blue, kickers are orange, as you can see. Not really, I kind of have all my offense guys. Although I may, because his potential, and he's also 34, so he's probably going to retire soon, I might ship him off and try and get another 3rd round pick. And that way we can also get a receiver with a little bit more potential. You kind of see that bottom row here, 1.5 stars, but I'm hopeful to get a little bit more potential there. Of course, we can't scout a guy and see what his potential is, but we'll go ahead and sign him because he's young and he does go up to a 3-star. So that's a little bit more than what we had before. And then we have one more pick left. So here we go. Let's go ahead, because we have a D lineman already, try and switch it up, kind of up, and he's retiring too. So, I'm going to go ahead and trade him as well, just to kind of get a little, so we'll get a 2nd round for next year. So we'll go ahead and trade him out. We have one for next year, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. Let's just kind of see what we have here. 1.5 star, hopeful that they can kind of increase that potential just a little bit. I'm going to go with the guy that has a higher morale, because that's going to be a little bit easier for us. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll see. We have 7 more spots left. Our offense kind of gained 4 points, 4 stars there, and our defense not too good. So that's a little bit of work in progress, but I'm hopeful that our offense can really shine. So we'll kind of go back here. The draft is over and the season now begins. So just to kind of take a look around what we have, even before we start the first game. Let's go into the front office. Really, I do like to try and get the stadium, the training facilities, and the rehab up as much as possible, as quick as possible. But, with having, let's see, we have, 3 spots that we need to kind of fill with some defensive guys. Let's kind of take a look at the free agents and just kind of see what, if anything's available, and it, doesn't really look like anything's available, right? So we're going to go ahead and just go back and increase the stadium by 2 credits, and kind of get that fan base kind of a little bit more involved, and kind of go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now before we even start week 1. But just to kind of take a look around, this is kind of what we're looking at now in terms of increasing. So join me next time. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts or anything to try. I'm certainly curious to see what you want to see from this channel, and we'll keep on moving and grooving. All right, thank you so much. Take care.